In the days of a severe drought, the word of the Lord came to Elijah, saying, "Arise, go to Zarephath. I have commanded a widow there to provide for you." And so Elijah began his journey, trusting that God's provision was already waiting for him. As Elijah arrived at the city, he saw a widow gathering sticks. She looked tired, worn out by hunger and hardship. Elijah called out to her, "Please bring me a little water in a cup." And as she turned to go, he added, "And bring me a piece of bread." His request came in a moment when she had almost nothing left. With a trembling voice, the widow replied, "As the Lord your God lives, I have no bread, only a handful of flour and a little oil. I am gathering these sticks so I can prepare a last meal for myself and my son, and then we will die." Elijah said, "Do not be afraid. Make mine first, and afterward make some for yourself and your son. For the Lord says, the jar of flour will not be used up and the jug of oil will not run dry until he sends rain again." God's promise was bigger than her fear. The widow obeyed. And when she reached for the flour, it was there. When she poured the oil, it flowed. Day after day, the miracle continued. But one day, the widow's son became very sick. His breathing stopped. Her heart shattered. Through tears she cried to Elijah, "Have you come to remind me of my sin and kill my son?" She could not understand why sorrow had returned. Elijah carried the lifeless boy to the upper room. He stretched himself over the child and cried out, "O Lord my God, let this boy's life return to him." And God heard. The boy's soul returned to him, and he lived again. Elijah brought him back to his mother and said, "Look, your son is alive." The widow's sorrow turned into overflowing joy. She said, "Now I know you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth." Glowing star lessons learned from the story. The story of the widow of Zarephath teaches us powerful lessons. Kick up one, God always provides, even in the hardest times. What looks like the end to us is often the beginning of God's miracle. Kick up two, obedience opens the door to blessings. The widow obeyed Elijah's instruction, and God honored her faith. Kick up three, God sees our struggle and cares deeply. He sent Elijah to a suffering woman because her life mattered to him. Kick up four, faith grows through testing. The drought, the fear, the sickness, all became opportunities for God to reveal his power. Kick up five, when God speaks a promise, it will come to pass. The flour did not finish. The oil did not run dry. God's word is dependable. Kick up six, God can bring life to anything that looks dead. Even the widow's son, when